Alright, guys, so time for another comic review that was sent to me by my good friend Chris. And today I'm going to be doing two books in one. I'm going to be basically doing two for one in this review. And although I do have one book, the other one's away. So, is put away. So yeah, let's talk about Green Lantern Legacy and its follow-up, Green Lantern Alliances. So Green Lantern Legacy is one of the DC graphic novels for kids. This is like stuff you'd see in Scholastics. Like, this is like Scholastic's book fair. It's part of their line. And I gotta hand it to DC because I think they still do this. Is like they do this more than Marvel, where they really push like young adult graphic novels for kids and put them out into the world. They're not in continuity, clearly not. They're not in any way, shape, or form in canon to anything. But it is kind of a fun thing to see this, trying to outreach to younger kids. I wish Marvel would do this more, but clearly we can't have nice things. Anyway, so let's talk about this story. Starting off with the beginning, Green Lantern Legacy. Like I said, this isn't a normal. This isn't in the main DC continuity. For one reason, no Hal Jordan. Instead, we follow the story of Tai Pham, a Vietnamese kid who's barely 16, who's inherited his grandmother's Green Lantern ring. That's right, in this continuity, Ty's grandmother was the first Green Lantern of Earth, and she was escaping the Vietnam War when she got the Green Lantern ring. She also was the person who, in this continuity, trained Kyle and John. So, yeah. So we don't have Hal in here, but what we do have is a pretty cool story. After his grandmother passes away of old age, her ring goes to Tai. Now, this comic is written by Mian Lee, I hope I'm saying that name right, and Andy Tong. More or less, this is about a Vietnamese family overcoming, the loss. For those who are unaware, Vietnamese and most Asian culture really has a high regard for when a elderly member of the family has passed on. So it's them trying to getting over the trauma of it, as well as dealing with the things that come with Tai getting that Green Lantern ring. So with this, Tai is a pretty cool character. I especially like the costume. I kind of dig the costume design. Also, his grandmother had a cool costume design. But yeah. We also get John Stewart in here as one of the main lanterns. This book doesn't waste any fucking time. I will say that. Let's see, how many pages is this? This, not counting the Batman backup that previews something else. This is a good 126 pages. This is like a solid 126 page graphic young adult novel, and it wastes no time. Like, Tai gets the ring like in less than 20 pages. We also get introduced. We also get in this story, his main villain, Xander Griffin, who is a member of the Sinestro Corps, who is trying to get the power of the Green Lantern ring. He's a billionaire and kind of extorting his power over the minorities in Tai's home, as well as his neighborhood. So the first story is more about Tai, learning to overcome his inner fears. It's basically your typical Green Lantern story. That's really what it is that it's your typical Green Lantern story the first time around. It's basically Tai has to learn not to be afraid. Basically fucking every starter Green Lantern book ever. And then we come to Alliances, where Tai teams up with a new version of Kid Flash, which is the daughter of Barry Allen in here, or granddaughter. I can't remember which. But yeah, in here we get more of the DC universe. We get more of Barry, who had more proving that Hal isn't a part of this universe, that Barry was friends with Ty's grandmother, and she now they don't outright. I don't think they outright say that she's a founding member of the Green Lantern Corps. But in the second one, we get more of him teaming up and doing like a Brave and the Bold kind of story, and them kind of getting used to each other. Alliances is more of a like kid buddy cop story, and it's actually a lot of fun. I rather do enjoy it. The story, they're harmless. The comics are pretty harmless, and it kind of ends with a coming invasion of like a young adult version of the Sinestro Corps war. But really, it's kind of a fun. These comics are harmless. Really, they help with getting what should be done over at Marvel more often, which is getting young kids to read comics. So yeah, I don't. Even if they have varying degrees of success, they are doing what Marvel should have been doing. Yes, they are They started with Captain America and the Ghost Army, but I haven't heard jack shit about anything else. So if you are curious to get your kids or younger audience into reading these books, then yeah, go ahead. Is the book a little like childish in dialogue? It is meant for younger viewers, so I can't really fault it for that. But yeah, this comic is a nice intro for kids to comics, so I do recommend it. As is the sequel Alliances. But yeah, so you guys, and also if you're a fan of like Jon Stewart and Kyle Rayner, these comics really give them a lot of love. So yeah. But anyway, so you guys. So once again, I'd like to thank my good friend Chris. Thank you once again for these comics as well as the others. And other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.